Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mag Bass and today we'll be checking out Voiceplay's latest release, All My Life. Do I know this song? I don't know. The only song I can think of that's called All My Life is the one by Foo Fighters, but I doubt it's going to be that. Let's just see, shall we, what they are singing here. It could be that one, who knows. I'm assuming it's going to be a different one, and I've either never heard this song or I do know another song called All My Life and I'll recognise it as it goes. I will just say that Janon is in this one as well. Is he a full-time Voiceplay member now? I don't see it saying featuring Janon. I don't know. Maybe it does say that somewhere, but he's back in this Voiceplay video anyway. This is Voiceplay with All My Life. Ooh. I do kind of recognise that chord progression they're doing there. I might know this song. Interesting start. So obviously they're all on ooze. Jeff did something crazy there at the start. He did a few things crazy. But the first thing he did was obviously he came in like a and then went down. And drops into the basement. And he does that growling bass that he does. I don't know how he does that, but it's always epic.
I would never find another lover sweeter than you, sweeter than you. And I will never find another lover more precious than you, more precious than you. Girl, you are close to me, you're like my mother. Close to me, you're like my father. Close to me, you're like my sister. Close to me, you're like my brother. And you are the only one, my everything. And for you, the song I sing. All my life.
Nice. Can I just say as well, Caesar's looking very sharp in this one. I like what he's wearing here, and also the glasses. You don't have to see him with glasses. I think we've seen him a couple of times with it, but this is more like a chilled out Caesar, I think. Just with his glasses on, you can tell he's chilling out. He's both arms on the back of the couch, absolutely chilling. I mean, they all look great in what they're wearing, but Caesar in particular, looking very sharp. He sounds great on the vocals. Jeff is providing an insane bass backdrop with these vocals. The rest of them just on ooze and everything sound really good. This song does sound familiar and I can't place it, but let's just keep going. Janon, I think, comes in here at the end as well.
Close to me, you're like my mother. Close to me, you're like my father. Close to me, you're like my sister. Close to me, you're like my brother. And you are the only one, my everything. And for you, the song I sing. All my life, I pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. All my life, I pray for someone like you. And I hope that you feel the same way too.
Yes, I pray that you do love me too.
Oh, you're all that I'm thinking of. promise to never fall in love with a stranger. You're all I'm thinking of. I praise the Lord above for sending me love. I cherish every hug. I really love you.
Okay, Ellie, okay. Yeah, so sounds amazing at the moment. So much going on. I like the fact that they take moments where they cut everything out, all the backing vocals and everything like that, and then just sing an odd line or do like most of that section after Caesar's start. He ended with Caesar singing a line with nothing, just Caesar, and then Janon sings over the top of the rest of them. By the rest of them, I'm referring to just Caesar and Ellie at this point. Lane's beatboxing's not in yet, and Jeff stopped doing the bass for a moment. And you just had this kind of falsetto threesome happening with Ellie, Janon, and Caesar. And that was a nice touch. It really does. They are doing this very softly because it is a ballad type song. I'm getting that feel. It's like a sort of love song ballad type thing, and they're doing the song how that's supposed to be done, like in that sort of soft way. So obviously they went into falsetto, nice and soft. All these light vocals. There's a lot of that going on, and then Ellie here. I think there's a very chest connection start with this note, and then he does a kind of run thing. So when does this kick off? Let's go from here.
I praise the Lord above for sending me love. I cherish every.
Cherish it. You see that sort of grit come in slightly there. That sort of rock Ellie came in for a second. That cherish all the love, and then he goes back into his normal singing voice, should we say? And then he just goes on a crazy run. Even Janon, just before Ellie's vocal here, ended in a bit of a chest there, went down a bit. So he was up in falsetto singing nicely, and that like he went slightly lower in his sort of more baritone range, and then Ellie did this.
I really love you. Oh, baby. I pray for someone like you. Oh, I thank God that I found you. That I finally found you. All my life. Pray for someone like you, and I hope that you feel the same way too. Yes, I pray that you do.
Ooh, I was just going to comment on that. I like that sort of bell tone effect there that we had. That what's the word? Is it pray or you?
You feel the same way too.
Two. Same way too. Same way too. And you get all these sort of bell tones. I think Janon holds the two, while the rest of them all do these sort of bell tones.
And I hope that you feel the same way too.
So Janon did a little bit of a scoop there. Went two, and then just held the two. So he went lower and then scooped up. Very nice. Lane's beatboxing is epic as always. Nothing major happening in the beatboxing. He's not going dead quick. He's not doing anything insane at the moment. It's just good beatboxing. Especially for this ballad type song, you expect it to be more softer and just keeping it going. He might do something crazy soon. Who knows with Lane?
Yes, I pray that you.
And that was the other thing that happened just then. Sorry for pausing a lot, but it keeps happening, these things. Jeff, right after that, comes in with the right down there. It's insane note that. I think it's pray.
Yes, I pray that.
Yeah, so he starts off, yes, I pray. And then does that super low note. Very nice.
You do love me.
You're all that I've ever known. When you smile on my face always seems to glow. You turned my life around. You picked me up when I was down.
You're all that.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. You could sense it coming. So he starts off with his higher register. At some point he dips down to that. I mean, it's bass range, but for him more baritone range, I suppose. But it's bass, it's low, and then he dips down on that other word at the end of that line.
You picked me up when I was
down, and it has to be the word down, doesn't it? They do a lot of that, Voiceplay and Jeff. All these words that are down or deep or words like that in songs, you have to have Jeff go down and dip down there. Very nice.
You're all that I've ever known. When you smile, my face glows. You pick me up when I was down. And you're all that I've ever known. When you smile, my face glows. You pick me up when I was down. And I pray that you feel the same way too. Yes, I pray that you do. All my life, I pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. All my life, I pray for someone like you. I pray that you do love me too. And I pray that.
So I think we're coming to the end now. Lane had to have his little moment there. They definitely picked it up just before this sort of climax of the song, I would say. The climax is this bit now that's happened, so just before you get that sort of pause, and then you get and the beatboxing picks up a little bit, and then they all come in with these like major vocals, basically. Basically shouting at this point, especially Ellie, I can hear very front and center. And then there's some crazy riffs happening at times as well. And then they pause again here just before they go into the end of the song. So the end can't be the climax as such. They like to have a climax bit and then settle down again. And especially with a ballad type love song like this, you want to come back down and just end very softly and nicely. They're probably going to end on like an ooh or something like that.
One like you, I pray that you do love me too. And I pray that you do love me too.
Yeah, perfect way to end. Pray that you do love me too. And it just ends on that two with Jeff down there going two, providing the background bass there. He's been doing that so well throughout this. I know he's a low bass singer, but his bass has stood out so much in the background of this song. There's times where you can hear him singing just nice and softly, and then suddenly you'd get in the background, they'd be like, whoa, what's that? But it just lends so well to the song, and that's what you want from a bass in a cappella group, someone super low like that in the background. Yeah, crazy stuff, guys. It's just a really good ballad type song, and they've done a really good job again of just keeping the theme of this song. So they want it to be like a love song ballad type thing, nice and soft, nice and relaxed. Even the way they're dressed and sitting on like a couch and everything, even the video itself, you got palm tree in the background, lots of it. Everything's relaxed about this. They want this to be just a calm, easy listening vibe, and that is exactly what they've pulled off with the singing as well. Great arrangement, guys. They really, really nailed this. We'll just have one more go of the ending here, and just let them sing us out beautifully as they do.
And I pray that you do love me too.
Also, I will touch on now that they did that bit very well as well. They didn't just sing the same line. I pray that you do, and then there was a slight pause. Love me too, instead of I pray that you do love me too. You know what I mean? It doesn't quite have the same ring to it. So I like that fact that they paused and then did the last 3 words slower at the end with the hold. Very nice.
Hey there, you made it to the end. We hope you loved Voiceplay's cover of the 90s classic All My Life by Casey and JoJo. Want more? Come hang out with us on Patreon. We've got behind-the-scenes fun, exclusive perks, and a whole lot of Voiceplay goodness waiting for you. And we'd love for you to join us. See you soon.
Very nice. The Caesar outro. Don't usually get that. It's usually Jeff, maybe Lane. Sometimes if it's a weird song like Classical Chaos or things like that, you get Lane and Ellie doing sort of weird voices to each other. We've had that before. But nice to get a Caesar outro on this one, because I think he played a major part in this. I obviously started the song on his own vocals, but he was front and center throughout most of those harmonies, along with Ellie and obviously Jane on. All 3 of them played major roles, but I think Caesar stood out in this, mainly because it's, you know, his vibe was just right for this. The way he was dressed and relaxed in this video, and the way he sang the opening, and just his voice in general just has that lighter, relaxed, smooth feel to it. So yeah, perfect. Very nice. They did a great job on this. As always, like he said then, support Voiceplay on Patreon. Feel free to give them a like and subscribe to them if you're not. They absolutely smashed this. It was a really good listen. I will listen to this a few more times, I'm sure, when I'm trying to relax. It's just a great song. I've not heard the song before. He did say Casey and JoJo from the 90s. That obviously passed me by, but I'm sure it was a big song at the time that I've just missed. But bits of it were familiar. I think I recognised the start with the chord progression and stuff, and I recognised some little bits of it, so I might have heard this in passing. But yeah, I've now heard it full by Voiceplay, and I'm sure, as with Voiceplay songs, this was probably better than the original. So yeah, but if you want to check out the original, do that. I might check out the original as well just to compare, but I'm sure this is better, and this is the version I will probably listen to more often. Yeah, so support Voiceplay. I'll link the video in the description. Feel free to give me a like and subscribe if you like, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.